Hello, everyone. I'm Apostolis from Eurovisionfun, and today I'm super excited because here with me is
Oz!
Tikanis.
Πάρα πολύ καλά. Εσύ, αγάπη μου.
Είμαι πολύ καλά κι εγώ. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for
So
having me.
thank you. And we're going to be discussing, of course, about Eurovision 2023.
Mhm.
So let's begin very quickly with our favorite entries from these years. But your most listened song from this year. If you have to pick like one or two most listened songs.
Well, actually, I'll just go onto my Spotify because I have a list on my Spotify
Yes, me too, me too.
and show me what I've been listening. Well, to be honest, this won't be a surprise to anyone, and I think it's been a bit, repeated, but I actually listen to Loreen Tattoo a lot.
A lot.
A lot. Ever since I heard it for the first time, it's been like, wow, this song is huge. Lately I am also obsessed with Who the Hell is Edgar?
Yes.
So like I think they are on a tie because like whenever I'm like working out or like walking, like Who the Hell is Edgar is always like on my earphones. So these two would be like my most listened to. I'm also listening to Unicorn by Noah Kirel a lot. Um, and I've been listening to Cypress too. Yeah,
Nice. I
yeah,
think mine is Tattoo miles
mhm.
away from the second one. Like the replay button is on fire.
He's on
Since
fire. Yeah,
Melody Festival, not lately, since day one is the
yeah,
most listened song of this year. And
yeah,
also I think Austria on Spotify, on my Spotify, is doing extremely well.
yeah,
It's so radio friendly, so easy to listen to Austria.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's so radio friendly at the same time. It's so Eurovision. It just kind of like
Yes.
pumps me up. It just makes me feel like, oh my God, Eurovision is actually happening because it's one of those songs that completely embody the quirkiness, the fun side of Eurovision. So it's an anthem to me.
And let's move on with our biggest growers from this year. I will
Mm.
do the start and say that my biggest grower from this year has to be Armenia.
Armenia.
Uh,
Hmm. Yeah,
yes, I liked it from the beginning, but like day by day, climbing position on my top right now is like in my top five, and
yeah,
I'm kind of obsessed with the song.
yeah, yeah. I definitely agree with you when you say Armenia. When I first listened to Armenia, I was a little bit like, okay, what's happening? Because
Yes,
it's a different entry from what I was expecting. I think my biggest okay, I have a list here actually.
yes.
Um, okay. Well, you know what? I think some of the fans will be a little bit angry with me when I say this, but I'm an honest person. And I cannot just deny the fact that I've been listening to Solo by Blanca, Poland. I know
Yes.
there is a huge situation going on with Blanca. I don't want to comment on it. As a song on its own, okay, just a song, I just find it really fun and I listened to it and it grew on me so much. It's
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 super catchy.
it is so catchy and at the same time it happened to me at London pre-party, like not yesterday, the week before on Sunday. It was playing at the party and I was like, "Oh my God," like I was a little bit tipsy and I wanted to dance and Solo is that perfect song. And then I listened to it over the week and I was like, "Okay, actually this is such a fun song." So Poland Solo grew on me. Really did.
I agree at first because of her live performance on the national final. She wasn't that good, let's be honest.
No, and
But
it's yeah,
the
definitely.
song, it's good. It's super Eurovision, so summer. I can hear it here in Greece playing on the beach bar and dancing on the clubs. And I think that she will do well, better than most of the fans are expecting to.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. And it's not a really difficult song to sing as well. I mean,
Yes,
seriously, It's just that, you know, it's not that, but it's funny and it's really catchy. So it really grew on me.
And we're gonna continue with a hard category. We have like the flop of this year, meaning like a fan favorite that maybe we don't know for sure. Rehearsals yet to start, so maybe won't do as good as the fans are expecting to. Will you do the start? Because I already have one in mind that
Oh my God.
maybe I will do the start. I will start
You will
with
do
this
this, you
one.
do the starts. I don't want to burn first.
Yes. Sorry to the fans, but I think I'm starting off thinking that Czechia, Czech Republic, as we know that, won't do that good. I really love the song. It's in my top 10, but I don't know, something about the live performance and the fact that the music video, it's so unique, it's so good that I don't think that they will translate the music video and that kind of energy on the Eurovision stage. I want them to do well, but something about the vocals and something about the staging doesn't connect to me right now. Maybe they will do the surprise of the year, but right now I'm thinking that they won't finish at the top 10 in Liverpool. Sorry.
Yes, I do see where you're coming from. I have different countries. I have different countries in my mind. I have two actually that may be the surprising either non-qualify or the surprising ranking of the year at the semifinals. Because I think each year we get those surprises, like the shocking
Yes,
non-qualify,
yes.
kind of like shocks that the fans, like last year with Albania. Like Albania was a big player, but they didn't qualify. Now, I have a feeling that this year, again, fans, I'm sorry, I know that there's a huge thing going on with these two
Yes.
countries, but Serbia could be a very big surprise to the fans. Although it's one of my favorites, it's on my top 10. Or Croatia could
Yes.
be very big, shocking non-qualify. Now, Serbia is representing a very kind of like rare genre, which I think will still get through because of that. But at the same time, like it's a bloodbath this year. There are so many interesting
Yes.
entries. And again, when I compare like these particular artists and entries with the rest of the list, I just get a gut feeling. So I think Serbia and Croatia might be the fan favorites that may flop and create a big shock.
Also, these two are kind of too edgy that they can go either way, either doing extremely well on the semifinal or flopping hard. I don't think it's a middle way in these two countries. But I agree with you. So we gave them three.
Yeah,
Let's see.
let's see.
And so let's talk about the most overrated and the most underrated entries
Okay.
of this year.
Okay. I do have an underrated one, but when it comes to the overrated, I'm still yeah, I'm still a little bit lost. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I got one. Would you want to start?
As my underrated entry, I have two in mind. I think that one of them is Albania. I can see Albania qualifying with the televote. If the staging is good and they come together like good on stage, I can see potential qualification for Albania. And also, I don't know why nobody's talking about Moldova. Something about Moldova giving me like go up Ukraine vibes.
Very correct. Yes, yes. And I did feel the same when I was actually doing my Moldova
And
reaction.
nobody's talking about Moldova doing well this year. I don't
Yes.
think that they will come up like top three. No, but I can see this climbing near the top 10. And
Yeah.
everybody is counting out Moldova.
Yeah.
You're underrated?
I think my most underrated is Belgium, because of You by Gustav. Like there have been a bit of a commotion with Gustav back in the day that almost attracted a bit of dislikes from the fans and from people, which I never understood. Why would people go after Gustav? Like he is actually a top-notch artist in his country. He actually was on Eurovision back in the day as a backing vocal. He has had an incredible career as a singer producer, and like, why don't you just stop and respect such an amazing musician?
Yes.
He has an amazing voice. I think the song is really catchy. And I think it's going to do really well on Eurovision because let's face it, like good singers on Eurovision, like to me, they need to be protected at all costs because lately Eurovision has become a little bit of a cabaret act to me. You know, like so much visuality and so much like show business is going on stage, and we have started to forget about good singers a little bit. Like let's just embrace them. And Gustav in that way
Yes.
is underrated, and I think he is gonna be really good. When it comes, okay, yeah, overrated one. Shall we get to that one?
Over. You have one in mind?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I have one country, but I'm not quite sure if it's overrated. Like I think it deserves that overrated situation. You know what I'm gonna say, right?
Go ahead.
Okay, so here's like I was gonna say Sweden,
Sweden.
overrated. Tattoo.
Okay.
And I would only say overrated because like I'm very much involved in like nightlife in London. Like I host shows, and
Yes.
I like especially now that I am like doing a lot on Eurovision, I'm constantly doing Eurovision parties. And what I notice is that the parties start with Loreen and finish with Loreen, you know?
Yes.
And this huge situation with Loreen, which I'm a big fan. Like I am dying for Loreen. Like she is the queen. But at the same time, there are other acts that are involved in this year's Eurovision as well. So like why don't we also sort of like lean towards them and give them a
Yes.
little
I can
bit
see
more
that.
attention as well? Um, Having Loreen back is amazing, and she's back with a definite punch. Amazing song. But let's be more inclusive. So that's why I'm a little bit like, okay,
Yes.
let's
Not
just
focus only on Loreen and Sweden. Let's focus to
yeah.
everyone in this
Yeah,
year.
because Sweden is already a big player on Eurovision. We all know that. They always do so greatly. So let's just embrace the others
Yes.
as well.
I think that the fans are gonna be mad about what I'm going to say, but
Uh-oh.
I
Good, say it.
think that my overrated entry this year has to be Spain.
Hmm. Okay, wow. You said it.
Yes. Well, I
Please.
love her. I love her voice, but I don't see coming close to Chanel like last year.
Mm, mm,
Uh,
mm, mm.
I think that Spain this year will do extremely well with the juries,
Yeah.
but I don't think that this may end up like top five with a televote on the grand final. She
Mhm.
will do well. She's amazing. I love her voice. I love that kind of song that Spain is serving us this year.
Mhm.
But I don't think that ending up like top five, top three may happen for
Mhm.
Spain this year. I can see this in the top 10, but not that hype or potential winning for Spain
Yeah.
this year. I'm sorry, Spain fan. We love you, Spain fan. We know that you support your entry. And let's continue quickly with the semifinals winner.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
make this is going to be a prediction. Like who is
Prediction.
going to win semifinal one and who is going to win semifinal two? I think that on the semifinal one,
Let's say
we
it at the
have
same time.
okay, we have Sweden.
Sweden.
Yes. But also, I'm kind of thinking that Finland, also because we're talking about televoting on the semifinals, I can see Finland winning the semifinal.
Yeah. Well, Finland is as big as Sweden this year. And I think,
Mhm.
to be honest, I talked about it on my top 10. I am a person who doesn't listen rap hip hop like
Me
I
too. Yes.
I strongly dislike that genre. But Cha Cha Cha, actually, I should have said Cha 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 as well on my Spotify list in the beginning because I listened to
Yes.
that as well. So like as a new artist, like Kärja has created an amazing wave. Um and I do feel like Finland definitely is like gonna kind of like rank really well, really high in semifinals one because they're in semifinal one, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Semifinal one.
Yeah.
And on semifinal two,
Semifinal two, okay. Let's see. Okay. Who do we have in semifinal two? Wait.
uh, I think that the semifinal two, m- most of the fans saying that is the weaker. It's like a weak semifinal.
Yeah,
But uh,
it's a weaker semifinal.
yes, but at the same time, it's so open. We have so much middle table song that I think that the semifinal two is gonna have more surprises
Oh,
than
definitely because
the
semifinal one is
semifinal one.
very like very expected, you know. Semifinal one,
Yes,
like we can sort of like okay, so semifinal two, like Austria is in semifinal two. Who the hell is that guy?
yes.
Definitely gonna be one of the leading ones. I think from semifinal two, I see Austria as the leading country. What do you think?
Me too. Me too. I think Austria, and then I'm gonna put like doing well if the staging is good. I think that Georgia and Armenia, not
Okay.
Armenia because it's in the second place, it's too early. I don't think,
Mm.
but Georgia, if the vocal because the vocals are amazing, if the
Yeah,
staging
definitely.
is wow, I can
Yeah.
see also Georgia doing well, like top three on the semifinal.
Yes, yes. I also feel like Australia is going to do really well as well because I've seen them live, Voyager, and they
Yes,
again represent a very specific genre this year. They're very edgy, very gritty. There's a huge rock fan
but
base.
then again, is Australia, and we have only televote. If we are
Mm,
going with if we were going with the old system, like 50-50,
yeah,
Australia would be a
yeah,
contender. But only televote, we know that Australia is not that good with the televote in the Eurovision.
that's right.
So I think they will qualify, but not so high.
Not so high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That I see. Yeah, you may be right. Yeah, definitely.
And then about the grand final.
Okay.
Let's talk about our top three. Let's make a prediction again.
Hmm.
Jury winners, like jury top three, and
Hmm.
televote top three.
Okay. 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 You go ahead.
I think that, let me say that, I think on the grand final, Sweden will win the juries,
Yeah.
and Finland may win the televote on the grand final.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
But I don't think Finland may end up on the top three on the juries.
Okay, on the juries. Okay.
I think
Mm.
that will be like 4 to 6 Finland on the juries.
Mm-hmm.
I think the juries will vote for Sweden, like
Mm-hmm.
top three. I can see Spain ending up in the juries like top three. And one more. I don't know. But then again, Finland comes to my mind. I don't
I,
know.
I personally think that the juries will go for Israel as well. If Noah can keep up with the sort of like expectations, like
Yes,
because she's got that sort of like whole package, like she's a very strong contestant this year. So if vocals and dancing on point, because I think we haven't seen Noah performing Unicorn full
no.
on.
She's keeping a secret.
Yeah, and I think I hope that it's for a good reason. So I think it will be a huge show, and like she will steal the whole thing because there I have a feeling. So juries like Sweden, Israel, and I do see like yeah, Spain happening as well, definitely
Spain.
because
Also with the televote, I have Finland, Sweden, and then at the third place, it's a battle between, for me personally, Israel and Norway. I think that these two, one of them will fade out a little bit. Like I can see them one being like third and the other one being like 5, 6 place. And because Israel is something that we haven't seen live, and Norway, we know what she can deliver live, but at the same time, she said that she will have changes for Liverpool.
Alessandra, you mean?
Yes, Alessandra.
But
Yes.
Alessandra has been has been a little bit worrying lately because her pre-parties were not that good, especially
Yes.
like I think was it Israel or somewhere else? Like 2 shows that she made, she actually sounded a little off key and like very much like breathy. But a lot of fans were saying that she was just having fun. But I saw her at London pre-party and she was on point. But I really do believe that she is working on her live abilities. But it all comes down to what she's going to do at the semifinals and like during the live shows, Like that song is very sensitive towards vocals. Like if they're not on point, it might even be surprisingly flopping. I don't know. So it's a very, very, very strong song, a big fan favorite, but needs to be performed perfectly.
Okay, and before we come to an end, of course, we have to talk about Greece this year. What do you expect from Greece, like position-wise? What do you think Greece will do this year?
Well, I think Greece will do better than expected.
Yes.
There is a huge division amongst fans, and from what I see amongst Greeks.
Yes.
I have a lot of Greek people around me. My partner is Greek. And here in London, I'm very much involved within the Greek ghetto.
Yes.
And I usually go up to my Greek friends and family and say, hey, what do you think about Greece this year? And I'm getting really, really mixed messages.
Yes.
So, but however, I think Greece is trying something different this year, and like Vernikos is this really bright young musician, and I think will attract a lot of sympathy. The track is a grower, the music is a grower, but I have a feeling that Greece may not be on top 10 this year, which
yes, but qualifying to the grand final.
I think Greece will qualify.
Yes, me
Greece will
too.
qualify. Again, my Greek friends say that it won't qualify, but I see it qualifying. But I do see Cyprus qualifying too, which is another unpopular opinion of mine because no one thinks Cyprus is going to qualify, but I think it will qualify.
I also think that both Greece and Cyprus will qualify. And then on the grand final, it's going to depend on the staging. If the staging is good, I have no expectation this year. Like I can see them both doing extremely well or extremely bad. I don't have no idea what will happen with Greece and Cyprus on the grand final.
It is incredible because like usually with Greece and Cyprus, like we like as fans, we kind of like get solid opinions. We usually know what's going to happen. I have never felt or seen whether there's a discussion with regards to if Greece or Cyprus is going to qualify. Like this is not a conversation that we're used to. Obviously, last year with Cyprus, there was a huge disappointment. I mean, I love that song,
Me too, but it wasn't translated that good on the stage.
On stage, yes,
unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. But at the same time, I think Cyprus will get quite a bit of a jury sympathy,
Yes, but at the same time, on the semifinals this year, we have only televote, so we're gonna have a lot of surprises this year with
because this whole thing with the semifinals and the televoting situation is actually making it even more difficult.
Like Cyprus and Albania will have made it last year with that system.
Yeah.
So, but we are some days before the rehearsals are about to kick off this year. So
Yeah.
we will have a better picture with this year's entries. And
Yeah.
of course, we together gonna be in Liverpool.
We will be in
So
Liverpool, yes.
we'll be in Liverpool this
When are
year.
you going to Liverpool? Like what day?
Friday 5th.
Friday the 5th. Okay, we are going to be there on the 7th.
Okay, so we're gonna meet up on the carpet.
For cross carpet.
Of course, of course. Thank you so much
Thank you,
for
Apostolic,
this
for having me.
conversation. And we're gonna talk again and have more videos in Liverpool.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Bye.